Welcome into the ArtGibbs Sports Business Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. This is another one of our 5-minute episodes. In this episode, we're going to talk about donor contributions by the biggest SEC schools. Now, what this is this is going to be the donor contributions that are assigned to athletics. So this is not total donor contributions for the schools. This is donor contributions assigned to athletics. Now, this information comes from the Knight Newhouse College Athletics database that Syracuse put on. You can go on there and run a lot of queries. This one relates to athletic donor contributions. So that's where all that information is going to be coming from. And I'll put a link to the description in terms of where you can go find some of that information. So, without further ado, these are the big-time college football programs, big-time colleges in the SEC. People may have their own rubric about how they would determine the top half of the SEC, but the way we did it was we selected Texas A&M, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, LSU, Auburn, and Tennessee as the biggest SEC programs. So, eliminating Missouri, Vanderbilt, the Mississippi schools, South Carolina, that kind of stuff, and tried to focus on those top tier schools to compare among those schools. And again, it's from 2015 to 2020. So to set the stage, 2015 to 2020, these top seven SEC schools, and we're looking at the donor contributions. So we're just going to run through them in reverse order now. And again, these are donor contributions that are assigned to athletics. So we'll run through that right now. Let's start at the bottom. The bottom is actually surprisingly the Alabama Crimson Tide at $149,525,208 donated to the athletics department from 2015 to 2020. Now, I must say, we're not going to go into all the details of the school budgeting and of what drives donor contributions, but just to provide some color to these numbers, things like a new stadium renovation, things like any new buildings, those kinds of really capital intensive projects that are set to happen in that time is going to affect that. So there's a chance that a school like Alabama, recently closed a big fundraising and wasn't needing it for the future. It could be that they have a lot of other revenue streams. So it's just one aspect. But it's an interesting aspect. So again, it's just one aspect, these donor contributions. So it's not ticket sales, it's not state money, nothing like that. TV deals, nothing like that. So number 7, Alabama. Number 6, Tennessee at $201,120,795 over that time period in total donor contributions. Number 5 is going to be Auburn University, $212,620,445 in total contributions. Number 4, LSU, $230,448,377 in total donor contributions, again from 2015 to 2020, that are assigned to the athletics department. Number 3, University of Florida. And the University of Florida number, give me one second. The University of Florida brought in $289,884,787 in donor contributions over that time. And now we're to the final 2. So again, just to reiterate, what we did was take what we considered the top 7 sort of highest powered athletic departments in the SEC. Did not include Kentucky because football is such a main component here. Mizzou, South Carolina, the Missouri schools, Vanderbilt. Those could be in this group, but just to compare these sort of peers as it comes to top college football, the schools that we selected were for the SEC were Texas A&M, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, LSU, Auburn, and Tennessee to do that. So we're down to the final 2. Georgia, and Texas A&M. Which do you think it is? Number 2 is going to be the recent national champions, Georgia, at $306,946,494 of total contributions over that time. And in a massive, massive first place is Texas A&M, $488,159,184. Again, 40-50% over second place, more than double, even triple some of the other programs in this group. Now, of course, Texas A&M has had some major capital projects that have happened in that time, some major fundraising initiatives that have happened in that time, but still it shows the amount of money that they have been pouring in recently. Of course, they have this most recent class of recruits in football, but Texas A&M has clearly got the pedal to the metal at $488 million in donor contributions from 2015 to 2020. Now, again, those are the 7 SEC schools. What we're going to do in future episodes, we're going to start to take some cross-conference of these top schools. So we'll take schools like these 7, we'll compare them with other conferences, compare them with the Big Ten, Pac-12, some of the schools there, and see what that looks like, again, in terms of donor contribution. Just one aspect of what funds an athletic department. Thank you, and we'll talk to you next time.